And we will put $15 in your account.
Why, thank you.
Free money. All right.
I
now,
love my
Beth,
HSN card.
Beth,
Listen to me.
You don't know about this, but we're switching to the guys
all right.
because we promoted it.
Yeah.
Everybody's buying it already.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we're just gonna walk right over here.
And by the way, it's not called the guys, it's called Guy Yovan.
Yeah, you could have wrote that.
It's made for Guy.
She wrote Diamond. It's Diamond Press for the. It should say for the guy, but it says
right.
guys. But it's stamps.
Or the only #1 guy.
Well, listen. You know, it's always hard to find a really good card for a guy.
That is correct.
They're always so goofy and ridiculous, and you don't want to do it. So we're going to give you a way that whether it's your son or your brother or your dad or your uncle or whatever, or
Which
somebody
is what's so cool about this set.
right, or somebody you just really love, for a $20 bill, you can create the coolest cards ever. And what I love that you guys did, you coordinated everything so that everything kind of goes together on the cards. I call them man cards. Because you used to call, didn't you used to call
cards.
me? You called
Guy
me
Yovan Mancrafter.
Mancrafter.
We made him a shirt and everything, and he never wore it because he hates it.
I have it up at my desk, and I look at it all the time. All right, we're going to get busy. 20 bucks. Let's tell you what's in the kit. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to go through the kit, then I'm going to show you all the fun things. So this is another one. You're getting 2 sheets of stamps. There's obviously a theme. You're getting a record player, you're getting pancakes, you're getting a guitar, you're getting a golf bag, fishing, a grill, and a saw. All the fun sentiments that go with, all the puns. We love all the things. You're getting the coordinating dies that go with, and some dies that I think are really important I'll share with you in a second. And then you're getting 2 stencils to go to make the background for you. So you're taking all of that. I'm going to switch these around with you. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I know I was so excited.
It's all good.
You're going to mix and match. And these are the kind of cards you are going to produce.
By the way, you make the coolest guy cards of all time.
They're so
fun. You always give me guy cards.
I know, I love to give
There's
you
like
the guy
fishing
cards.
poles and golf course. I love all this stuff.
I love to give you the things. So here's the dies that I think are important that don't get shown or used enough. It doesn't just say dad. So there's dad, uncle, and grandpa, so that you can, whoever is the important man in your life. But so this one is guitar themed. Uncle, you rock. It's got the guitar die, stamp and die. You can use the guitar as a background. Uncle, you're flipping awesome, and it's got the grill with the little hamburgers and the hot dogs, and it's got the little spatula right there. The flipper.
I love that.
How about this one? Dad, no one stacks up to you. So you know how I feel about a pun. Like, it just makes it so easy. But the fact that you can switch out dad, uncle, brother, whoever means something to you, normally you have to either handwrite it or type it out on the computer, but they're doing that. We've done this in the set for you. Dad, you're real great. With a little, look, I see, you know, I love a pun. But it just makes it so easy to put together these cards. Dad, you're terrific. So this is one of those sets, even if you're someone that's like, I mean, Guy's exactly right. It's so hard to find good guy man cards. Make these and sell them.
I fish. I golf. I do all those different things. All the things. And if you go to just try to find just male-oriented cards at the store. There's a section like that big, and they're always terrible. Right?
And they're always cheesy. $8 a piece.
Yeah.
Right? And they're not good. So that's what this would be the perfect one. If you're someone that makes and sells cards, this is the set for you. Grandpa, for the record, you're the best. I mean, the sentiments are just so, and then we go, so we're going to talk about the backgrounds, we're going to do all the things, but I just think it's so cool that it does dad, grandpa, and uncle. It's got some fun puns, but you can also mix and match it with like paper you've already got at home, or if you want to do the stencils you've already got at home. So let's talk again about, so now I want to talk about stenciling, because I mentioned it earlier when we were using the magic mat. If you bought this set, the magic mat would be great for it. So one of the backgrounds is this sort of argyle plaid, and I'm going to do this real quickly, but this makes it so easy. You're just using white cardstock at home that you've already got. I'd use a smaller brush normally, but we were in a hurry. There was a lot going on backstage. So then you can switch it out and you can use another color. But this, if you're somebody that's never tried stenciling before, I recommend getting a set like this because you know you'll use the stamps and dies, and then you can be like, oh, you know what? I got 2 stencils in it, so I'm gonna give it a try. But this is how easy it is to make the pattern. And then if I had my magic mat, we wouldn't be using the washi tape. But then you peel it up. Like, look at how fun this pattern is that starts to come together.
Very masculine.
It is very nice. But the fact that you could do red and black, you could do blue and green, you could do all the colors that you want to, but the 2 stencils come with, and then you're ending up with these really fun cards like that, these backgrounds. So even if you're new to stenciling, this is a set that I would recommend getting. The fact that so this is the other stencil that comes back. It's like a wood grain. It's just so easy to put together. And this also gives you a chance to use I talk a lot about onesies, twosies of things, right? Like you might have some dark green cardstock, but you normally work in pastels and you're like, well, what am I gonna make with the dark green cardstock? Make a guy card, a manly card.
Yes.
But again, browns, greens, the deep blues, the colors that you normally,
And that's like
I don't normally
I like the
use.
woodsy background.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I love that the argyle on the back of the record player. Like it's
that's
every
cool.
detail.
Yep.
And this would actually be a perfect, I'm just gonna lean in, just gonna lean onto this table. It's 1995?
Yes.
Oh, see, I'm like way behind the power curve.
That's why I wanted to promote it.
I
It's
know,
a giveaway.
I love it so much. If we can zoom in, like the detail on this guitar, the detail on the record player, for 1995 to get that level of detail, like look at the exterior of the case, look at the guitar, every single string, that's the quality of Diamond Press and the brand. I'm gonna go to this grilling. Like look at the little hot dogs, look at the grill marks, the little grill underneath, the spatula, every single tiny detail you can find on these stamps and dies because that's the quality that Diamond Press delivers. But again, proving my point, this is paper from another company. It mixes and matches beautifully because guy stuff is so hard to find that when you find it, like you find a piece of paper that has hamburgers on it at the store, you're gonna buy it because you know it's so hard to find man stuff. This set allows you to use all that stuff that you've been gathering and like hoping that you'll finally figure out a way to use it. This is the set that's going to help you use
you
it.
can mix and match any of these different, remember everything is coordinated. So whether it's a birthday, whether it's an anniversary, whether it's just a special occasion, you've got all these different ways to be able to do that. I love the guitar. Is that a saw?
It is a saw.
Dude, that's like, I can't wait to something. Oh, what did I say? I saw you yesterday.
I saw you.
But look at all these different things. And then we've got the different actual, like Grandpa, we've got Uncle, we've got all that stuff. And you can really customize whatever you want. But remember, cards for guys are hard to come by. This is gonna make it easy for you. We started with about 1,300 or 1,400. Rob just told me, I think we have about 800 left. So it's going really quick.
I'm so glad you're grabbing this.
Yep.
And I really do, cards, tags, I think this would be so fun, like even for Christmas, doing tags like this on the outside of your dad's or your uncle's or your brother's or your son's gifts, because I think a lot of times, I know Guy loves to get cards, but it is hard to find a card to make and give to Guy because I don't want to be like, here's some butterflies, or here's some sparkly flowers that I get. I mean, I do it.
You got to be me like skis and things like that, and golf clubs and fishing and all that stuff.
Hard. And so this is the set for 1995. If you give 2 or 3 cards to someone over the lifetime that you own this set, you will have made your money back because these cards are hard to find. And also you have to go to like 7 stores, right? Because you'll go to a regular, like a card store and they'll have like some stupid, you'll want one for your grandfather and it'll only say dad. Or this is the set that you're going to go to over and over and over. This is also one of the sets that I think, I've had a lot of fun with doing mom and me craft days in my studio. Have a mommy and me craft day with your girlfriends and their grandkids, with your daughter-in-laws and their kids, and make Father's Day cards for the men in your lives and just get together and do it for fun. This would be such a fun way to spend an afternoon, or do it with your girlfriends, do it with your kids. I mean, for those of us that, our grandpas are still around, our uncles, how would they love to get a card that your kids have handmade for them?
That they made themselves.
They would absolutely love it, and this set makes it so easy. And every kid loves a pen. But dad jokes, bad dad jokes are where it's at. This, with all the fun puns, you're flipping awesome.
I get a lot of those. Bad dad jokes.
I know, you love to give a good dad joke.
It's all good.
No one stacks up to you, like the sentiments that come with and the actual, I know, I do too. And again, I know it's a small detail, but the fact that it has dad, grandpa, and uncle on it so that you can give it to whatever man is important in your life. I think that's so.
600 left.
Okay, I'm so glad you guys are getting it.
We might be stretching, but we have about 600 left if you want to get it. I just love it because it's a niche nobody ever thinks about.
Agreed.
Ever.
But what I also love about it is because the dad, grandpa, and uncle are separate dies, no one stacks up to you. You could give that to anyone at any time for any birthday, thinking of you, congratulations. So yes, some of these you're terrific. If you're somebody that golfs, give it to your golfing buddies. Like yes, dad, grandpa, uncle are in this set, but these puns and these dies and these stamps, you can use over and over and over. And for the record, you're the best. You can give that to anyone. I mean, I would not give that to anyone but you because you're only the best.
You're so
the only
sweet
best.
to me. I just love it because it answers the question that everybody has, like, okay, I got to get dad something. And normally you'll get him a gift card or something like that, but you need something. You have to give him something.
Something, yeah.
So now you have the perfect cards.
By the way.
Ooh,
Oh,
look at that.
it's glued down.
Is that a
No,
record?
yeah. Before they kick us off. So just the sentiments, right? So here's the grandpa, here's the record player. Please look at this. Sarah was on with the inverted, whatever she was calling them, the inverted dies. But look at how amazing this. I'm gonna set it down on the table. So even if you don't use it for a traditional card, if you use it for your scrapbook pages, if you use it for tags, if you use it for fun cards like this and just use the sentiments and the images, the record player and the saw and the golf club, you can do so many things with this. And Guy is exactly right. It's so hard. It is, I feel like women, we can give each other cards all day long. If there is a man in your life who you love and appreciate, but it's hard to find a card to give them, this is the set
Which
for
would be
you.
my son, who is, and again, and all he ever wants, you know all he ever wants, he just wants cash for stuff. He hasn't outgrown that. He's 24 years old.
I mean, I feel
23 years old, and he still wants, he's like, Dad, just give me some money. All right.
But in a fun card, he would think that was with a dad joke.
See how many are sold? And Rocky just said we have maybe 100.
I didn't know it was Rocky. Hi.
200 left. 200 left.
Oh, good.
All right.
I'm glad y'all are picking this up.
All right. Where are we going now? Storage
easel.
easel.
All right,
Yeah. Now, this, if you think we were busy before, we are going to